close friend of mine. Anywho, making sure I got all the suits in here. But I wanted to hop in here really quickly because I didn't have time to live stream today to do readings, but I wanted to hop on and do my little unboxing of my newest shadow work oracle deck, which I'm really super excited about. And as time progresses in my live streams and my readings, I'm going to be highly recommending and encouraging shadow work, inner work, inner child healing, and that type of thing, because of the fact that that tends to come up a lot in relationship readings. Hey, Aisha love. How are you? So I wanted to come in and do an unboxing so y'all can see it. I only have one, but I will place an order for those who go onto the Etsy shop. Now, let me just say this. It took me about 2 weeks to get these decks in. I actually have one extra of my new shadow work deck, and I have one extra of my beginner tarot decks. So if you want either one of them, you'll need to go onto my Etsy shop, make the purchase, and I will mail it out to you the next day. All right, so we're gonna go through it, check it out, and see what messages are in here. Hi, Alexis. Hey to everybody that's hopping in. I'm good, love. I'm gonna mail off here. I'm gonna send your package off Monday, Aisha, because I didn't get a chance to do it this weekend. I've been so busy, and I was tired. Last night when I got home, I was tired because all week I've been doing personal readings, and personal readings take a lot. I had phone appointments with clients. I had, then I had some setbacks with the internet. So that took a while. Well, you know, Aisha, that took a while. Alexis, you just go onto my website, aquarianempresstarot.net. Also, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you thumbs up the video if you're joining the live stream. You just go onto my website, dear, and you just book whatever reading. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better soon. Goodness. I'm still low-key recovering from losing my voice. It's like, damn, it's been 3 weeks. So it's like you know what they call it? Like the mucus or whatever. It just doesn't want to go, it doesn't want to just go away. So that's what I'm still dealing with, but I'm a lot better, as y'all can hear. So yes, the links are in the descriptions of my content. So I think Libra, I just posted. I always post the link to my website underneath my content videos. So it should be there. If it's not, I will post it in the community tab so that way you can see it. But I wanted to talk briefly about relationships and shadow work. Yes. I'm telling you, so just keep at whatever you're doing, because I know you already know what to do, Aisha, but definitely sending you healing, prayers and healing, because, yeah. No, love, it's different because they're full in-depth readings. My personal readings are full readings. They can be anywhere from 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, depending on your situation and what type of reading you book. For example, most of the time, love readings take about 30 minutes to 45 minutes because there's so much that people want to know. They want to know the potential outcome. You're welcome, Aisha love. The potential outcome of that relationship, how this person feels, what they're thinking, what their intentions are. So all of that requires a lot. Which, come to think of it, love readings are $15 off this month. I'm only doing it this month because I'm only going to be available for March and April. Come the first week of May, I'm going on vacation to Florida, so I will be shutting my site down for that week. So anybody who wants to book a personal reading between now and April needs to do so quickly. And my availability is usually Monday through Friday for personal readings. So that's what I usually do. You're welcome, love. I'll be available tomorrow. I'll probably hop on here tomorrow morning for live readings. Yeah. The love readings are $75, but you get 15 off if you use the code love at checkout. Yeah. So that's that. Hey, Aquarian. How are you, love? There's different prices for different readings. Like I have a general reading. General readings are $35, shadow work are $50. It's based on the level of intensity. And shadow work is a lot too. But I highly recommend shadow work. If you're just hopping in, please make sure you thumbs up the video. Oh, you're good, love. No worries. I just hopped on here. I've probably been on here, what, like 5 minutes now, maybe? So we're doing an unboxing of my newest shadow work oracle, which I plan on getting bags for these. But I was just telling everybody, like, you're welcome, Alexis. Yeah, all of my information, all of my prices and stuff are all on my website. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can email me or DM me on Instagram. I've opened my DMs back up. It's glossy, you guys. I love it. It's called Spiritual Blockages. That's my new shadow work oracle. We're just going to take a look through. Let's see. Spirit, can you give me collective shadow work messages? Collective shadow work messages. All right. Ooh. We're just going to go through and see what we get. We've got control. So if you ask Spirit, well, you know, a good question to ask if you're pulling for yourself or another person, like, okay, so Spirit, can you show me what may be blocking me from having a successful career? Control. So that was the first card to pop out. You get what you allow. Stand in your power. Set boundaries. So you have the power to control the outcome, not setting boundaries, basically. You have the power. And so when you lack boundaries, whether it's in a relationship or in business, you end up settling. You end up getting less than what you should be getting because you don't have those boundaries firmly in place. Let's see. Okay, look. Overspending. You can't start a business or pay off debt with zero funds. Sit down and work on your finances. So that Spirit must have heard whatever question I just said about finances. And then we got insecurity. Stop feeling the need to perform or flex in front of others. Yeah, that showing off business is not a good look because you actually end up, the truth is always revealed. So you trying to make yourself look bigger than you are, it's only going to backfire. Like you doing too much, it'll only backfire. And I tell people this all the time in love readings. I tell clients this all the time. Stop bending over backwards for people who won't even bat an eye for you, who you cannot call in an emergency. Somebody who, no matter what's going on, you can't reach them. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a look. Go through the cards. We have manipulation. This is another spiritual blockage. We've got, and it could be, it may not necessarily be you. This deck can also be used in relationship readings as well because a lot of times there's shadow work on either side or even both sides that needs to be looked at. We got manipulation. Gaslighting, projecting, guilt tripping are an issue. Don't allow someone to make you feel crazy for calling them out and holding them accountable. We've got selfishness. You can't expect healthy relationships if you're not willing to compromise at all. Consider your person. They matter too. Let's see. Hey, Toria. Let's see what others we got. Toxicity. You continue to surround yourself with toxic people, places, and things and expect change. We've got overthinking. Stop stressing over it. Do what you can. That's it. Stop with the what ifs. That constantly overthinking situations just creates more anxiety. It's unnecessary. Hero. Be your own hero. Stop trying to save folks that didn't ask for your help. Sometimes we create more problems by trying to be Captain Save and trying to interfere in somebody else's life lessons, their karma, because we think that they should be behaving in a certain way, or because we want a relationship with this person, or because we think our opinion is ... And spirit, God, source said, this is where I want this person. This person is going to have to fall on their face. They'll get up, but they'll get up on my terms, not your terms. So we learn to stop minding other people's business but our own. We can grow. It's the concept of trying to force people to do things that we want them to do. You care too much. This is a big one. You care too much. Care less. It's none of your concern. It's none of your concern. I don't know if y'all seen that little meme on Instagram where she's sitting there and she's manifesting and she's like, fuck it. Just fuck it. Like, it's not my problem. It's not my problem. It has nothing to do with me. I don't care if it's a karmic, a third party, somebody's dog is loose. If it's not my problem, it's not my property, it's not in my vicinity, it's not my business. They didn't ask me for assistance with it. I'm not running over there to save them. But a lot of times we feel obligated. We feel like, oh, well, this is my cousin, so I should go and leave her alone. Leave him alone. They didn't call you and ask you. Do not involve yourself, because now you're inserting yourself sometimes in something that could be a lot deeper than you're actually ready to deal with. We've got, you're not investing in yourself. That's why you feel drained. Instead of focusing on them, focus on yourself. All right. Worth. Is it really worth it? Sometimes you just need to let it go. Stupidity. Stop doing the same thing and expecting different results, because that's the definition of insanity. Deception. Just because it looks or sounds good doesn't mean it's good for you. Choices. Make better choices. Don't just choose based on emotions. Think it through. It's on you. Fear. What are you really scared of and why? This is actually a shadow work prompt. What are you really scared of and why? That's a great question. Most of the time, our fear holds us back from truly enjoying life, from truly experiencing life fully, because we're afraid of this, and we're afraid to let go, and we're afraid of what our children are going to think. We're afraid of what our parents are going to think. We're afraid of the partner leaving. Fear, 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 fear. Being scared of everything. Being fearful all the time keeps you stuck. It keeps you stuck in a mindset. It keeps you stuck in cycles of constant abuse, codependency, because you're too cowardly to get up and say, enough is enough. I'm done with this situation. It's toxic. It's not helping me grow. It's only tearing me down. I can't build financially. I can't grow emotionally, spiritually, mentally. I'm stuck. So when you remove the fear, then fear allows freedom to come in. So then you're free to make your decision and you're free to make your moves without any type of restrictions. Does that make sense? We got family. Family. How is your relationship with your parents or siblings? This is another journal prompt. How is your relationship with your parents and siblings? Now, if you guys follow me on Instagram, a while back, I made a post in reference to this. A lot of people are constantly running around looking for love. Love does not need to be looked for. It doesn't. Love will find you. Love will find you. You'll know when someone is bringing you love. You will feel loved. And that's what I always tell people who they come to me. I'm confused. Confused about what? Well, I don't really know if John is in love with me, because one minute he says I'm the most sweetest person he's ever been with, and the next 2 weeks the 2 weeks pass and I haven't heard from it. Love is a real thing, and love will show itself to you. Love is an action. It's a verb. It's not just saying pretty words, flowery words, or tickling your ears, as they call it. Love is more than that. Love is more than telling you how beautiful you are. Love is more than calling you once a week. Love is more than that. It's effort, it's time, it's energy, it's patience, it's understanding. It's so many things. And so, because all of us come from different walks of life, you have to figure out what love looks like for you. And one of the first relationships that you ever have in your entire life is with your family, with your parents. So evaluate that connection with your parents and your siblings, because those are the first connections you have with people, and say, what did love look like for me growing up until, however old you were before you moved out, right? Before you moved on your own and start doing your own thing. What did love look like for me? Did I feel love here? If you didn't, that's also an experience. I don't want to be in a situation where I feel and then acknowledge those emotions, where I feel abandoned, where I feel misunderstood, where I feel disrespected. All those things, good or bad, the experience helps you navigate your romantic relationships as well as platonic. We've got anxiety. A major amount of your stress could be reduced if you changed your environment. This is so important. When you start feeling really, really nervous and pissed off and upset, easily irritated, it's time to evaluate your circle, your circumstances, your environment, your situation. Because a lot of times anxiety doesn't just come up out of the blue. There's something that triggers the anxiety. And that's what we have to look at internally. What's causing me to feel anxious and nervous when I should be being peaceful, right? Who and what you allow in your energy plays a major role in your mental health. Keep that in mind. Rest. Take a break. Log off. Okay? Go on a retreat. Just get away. Whatever you have to do, get away from the kids, get away from the husband, boyfriend, whoever, get away from the job, take a vacation, take a day off, rest. Rest is just as important as work. The two can coincide peacefully. Hey, Jessica, love. We're just going through my new Oracle deck, Shadow Work Oracle deck. We've got oversharing. You share way too much personal info. Move in silence. I cannot tell y'all the amount of times this has literally happened on my channel. People tell way too much information to people that they don't know. So I can see why a lot of people fall into relationships that surprise them because they thought something was something that it wasn't. You get too attached too quickly and then wonder what happened. Drama. This is what the card says. Drama. You like drama if you keep entertaining it. You do. If you keep entertaining the person that creates drama, or he or she is always involved in dramatic situations, and you go, oh yeah, really, girl, that's what happened? For real? What? You like the drama. You're egging her on. You're egging him on. Oh, really? I didn't know that happened. So now he's going to keep calling you every time he's got drama going on. And now I can't pay this. And so now I need to borrow some money for this. You see what I'm saying? Drama. Instead of saying, oh, I'm so sorry. I can't talk right now. I can't talk right now. I have a lot going on right now. If you want to call me back later. And then don't answer the phone. But the more you entertain the drama, the more the drama is going to come to you. You like it. I love it. That's exactly why it's not changing. Tolerance. You get what you allow. If you don't like it, fix it. If you don't like it, say something. If you feel something, say something. You get exactly what you tolerate. We have obsession. Obsession. Unhealthy addiction and attachment is causing your stress. Let it go. Obsessions can be anything. Obsessions can be television. Obsessions can be food. Obsessions can be relationships. There's a word for it. What is the word? I just learned this word a few weeks ago. For someone that I would typically say this person is in delusion or denial, there's a word for this where this person is completely engulfed by the concept, the idea of love and this relationship and this person they've placed on a pedestal in their mind. Limerence. Limerence. Thank you, Jessica Love. Limerence. That's what it is. That's the word. Have y'all heard of that word before? Let me know if you've heard of that term. Limerence is a word for people who, it's kind of a mental disorder, but people who are completely obsessed with a relationship, having a relationship with a particular person that does not reciprocate that same feeling. Oh, really? That's great, Jessica. That's the whole purpose and point of the channel, is for growth. That's what I wanted. It's literally an obsession with, if you've ever known anybody like this, I have several people, where they're obsessed with a particular person. Every time they come into the live stream, they're asking questions about this particular person or anybody's live stream. Every time they book a reading, they're asking about this particular person. This person continues to show them they don't want them. They make it very clear. They can lie to them and tell them, oh, you're so sweet and you're a good person. But at the end of the day, they don't want them. But in this person's mind who has limerence, they do not see that. They don't see that this person clearly does not reciprocate the feeling. The feeling is not mutual. And this is why I used to say this is denial, this is delusion, but there's actually a term for it. Psychologists have given it a term called limerence for people who are obsessed with being in love. And they'll go from one relationship to another. Yes, exactly, Jessica. That's exactly what it is. Thank you for explaining that. Yes, for that example, because it happens a lot. And the moment that they're not in a relationship, let me tell you, the moment that this person is not in a relationship, or the moment they feel things are not going well, oh, their attitude is piss poor. It's shitty, because they just, their whole life revolves around this person and what's going on with them and how they're feeling today and how their week is going. Exactly, Jessica. That is exactly what it is. It's codependent. It's codependent, but the funny part is it's codependent on someone who doesn't give a damn about them, who could care less about them. They might call them every week, or they might not. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of comical, because it's like the person puts so much energy into this individual who's not present and who doesn't reciprocate the same kind of energy. So it makes no sense. That's why it's a psychological disorder. We've got lack mentality. Lack mentality. Just because it's cheaper doesn't make it better. I literally just had this conversation with somebody today. Yes, Jessica. It is. And then they get like all sourpuss if they see their friends happy or in a healthy, loving connection. They get pissed because they're jealous because they're not in one. Well, because you're obsessive. Nobody wants to be with someone who's obsessive. It's too much. And so then they're jealous and they're upset when somebody else is happy, because somebody else knows how to give someone space. Somebody else knows how to let someone breathe. That's important. Individuality in a relationship is important. You can't smother somebody and expect them to just be, you know what I'm saying? To be okay with that. No. Especially if you're dating an air sign. It ain't gonna happen. Air sign or an earth sign. It's a no. Like they're not, They're not. But you can't do that. That you chase people away, being so overly, I just gotta call and I gotta text him, and every 5 minutes I need to know where he's at and or what she's doing, or just like sit down. Go sit down. Cause I have other stuff to do. Leave me alone. I'm grown. Don't keep calling me. Like, don't. Exactly. Like, leave them alone. They're an adult. Trust me. They know how to call you when they're ready to call you. They know how to text you when they're ready to text you. And also, like, those type of people create unnecessary drama. People who have limerence create unnecessary drama because they've created a fantasy. This is exactly why I don't promote twin flames. They create a fantasy up here about their person, and they can't detach from that fantasy that they've created in their mind that's not real. It's something that they've drummed up. So now they believe the lie that they've told themselves mentally. And so anyone who says anything opposite of it, you're considered unfair or, attacking them because it's their person. And this is what they've told themselves, though. Even though they're confused, and they'll tell you they're confused because they don't understand why their person is not reciprocating the same energy, because it's not your person. This is exactly why I don't do those labels. This is exactly why. Because of the codependency that it creates on something that's not real. But the lack mentality is another part of shadow work. Finding out why you're blocked. Sometimes financially, we get blocked financially because a lot of times people will, even in shopping, remember this from this live stream. Words are spells, so words are powerful. If you're constantly running around saying, I'm broke, then you're putting a curse on yourself that says you lack money, you lack abundance, you lack finances. Don't say you're broke. I currently don't have enough for. I currently don't have enough for whatever the amount is, right? I'm working towards, so that you're drawing in abundance to you. The words you speak over yourself are powerful. The words you speak over other people are powerful. Yes. Yeah. Just because something is cheaper doesn't mean it's better. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with buying something that may save you some money. There's nothing wrong with saving money. I'm not saying that at all. But keep this in mind when you're out shopping. If you want something, right? Let's say you want a good pair of shoes, right? A quality pair of shoes. There's Reebok, Nike, Adidas, Puma. The brands that have been well known to create, they make quality shoes, correct? Workout shoes, tennis shoes, right? Asics, this. So when you're shopping, are you going to go to the Dollar General and buy a little $10 pair of shoes? No. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Jessica. Exactly. You defeat the purpose of manifesting when you speak negatively over yourself or over the things that you're trying to manifest, right? But just because something is cheaper doesn't make it better. But in the same light, it doesn't mean you have to go out and buy the most expensive things all the time. It's a matter of balance, finding that balance and being smart and using your discernment. But also not being afraid. This is where fear comes into lack, right? A lot of people, I'm afraid to buy this thing because then I won't have them. Here it comes. Here, listen to what I'm saying. If I buy this now, then I won't have the money for, well, why won't you? You have the money right now. If you buy it right now, what does that have to do with 2 weeks from now? Will you not get paid again? So that tells me what? You have an issue with budgeting. So then that's something you need to work on. Work on budgeting your finances. But to constantly speak ill over your financial situation, it's only going to do you more harm than good, because you want money to flow in. You want abundance to flow in. But if you always think, I can't really have what I want, so I'm going to settle for this. If I want steak, I'm going to purchase the steak. If I want chicken, I'm going to get the chicken. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what I want. I'm not going to take something that I don't want just because it's cheaper. You see what I'm saying? Like, now it's a different situation. If at that time I don't have the funds for the steak, then I will take something that's equivalent. You see what I'm saying? Just as great. The chicken is just as good as the steak, so I'll take the chicken. But I'm not going to settle when my intention was to get something that I enjoy, that I want. So if they say, hey, we got, I don't know, this lavish dinner plate, that's what I want. So that's what I'm getting. Remember, that's what you work hard for. Your hard-earned money is to buy the things, not just to pay bills, but it's also to enjoy your life while you're working. So save the money for your vacation. Spend the money on the bag that you want, the purse that you want. Spend the money on the jewelry, the real jewelry that you want, the 14 karat gold. Spend the money on that if that's what you want. Of course, be smart about it, but don't forget yourself. You do so much for family, friends, partners, spouses, children. Why can't you do the same for yourself? And that's where the lack mentality and the fear comes in. Because it's like, well, if I spend this on me, then the kids have the kids never not been taken care of? That's a question I want you mothers to ask yourself. If you're a mother and you're watching my live stream and you always use this excuse, well, the kids, I can't I can't get my hair done because the kids, I don't want to take from them. Have the kids always been taken care of? Do you take care of the kids? Somebody takes care of the kids. Okay, yes. So, if your answer was yes, then you can set aside $50 to go and get a pedicure. You can set aside $50 to go and get your hair done. Do you see my point? Do you see where I'm coming from? You work 9 to 5, 6 to 2, 3 to 11 every week. 5 days, if not more, a week for someone else. And then you don't take the money to spend on yourself. Make it make sense. Or you're thinking about, oh, my boyfriend he really likes the Chiefs. I'm going to buy him a Chief jersey. I'm going to buy him a Chief hat. I'm going to buy him his favorite food. What about you? Oh, well, I don't really have the money to get my nails done. Why is that? Because you constantly put other people before yourself. What about you? I want you all to start thinking about you. What do you want? Do you want to go on vacation this year? Yes or no? Do you want to go on a girls trip this year? Yes or no? Do you want to get that sew in, that lace front installed? What is it that you want? Think about the things that you want. It could all be balanced out. I'm not saying neglect the boyfriend. I'm not saying neglect the dog. I'm not saying neglect the kids. That's not what I'm saying. But think more abundantly. You have more than enough to take care of you, him, them, it, whatever else you've got going on. You just have to learn to manage what you have. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Because I hear all the time, well, I'm afraid to do this because if I do this, then so-and-so is going to think this. Or if I spend this, then I won't have enough for this. Then that tells me that you need to sit down and do some calculations, right? There may be some things that you do need to cut back on. Trust me, I know because I've had to do it myself recently. There may be some things that you may need to kind of flip around a little bit. There may be something else that you need to do differently. Instead of using the debit card, you might want to use the credit card because it's going to show credit card utilization. 2, it's going to allow you to put the money back on the card, and it's going to increase your credit line as well as your credit score. Whatever you need to do, but balance it out. Sit down and write down what the bills are. Sit down and write down what the expenses are. Like literally sit down and write it out. They have sheets for finances and budgeting. Like if it's a challenge, sit down and figure out where's the glitch. How can I make this work? And I'm not saying this to attack anyone at all. I'm saying this because I've had to do it myself, literally, in the past 72 hours. So, because I had to reassess where I'm spending my money, how much I'm spending it on, and how much I need to take care of with credit cards and everything else that I have going on. I need to be able to properly manage it to where I can still be comfortable, I can still have the things that I want, and I can still pay for the things that I need. Because that makes sense, right? Now, for those of you who have children, you got your cut out for you, because that's even more when it comes to expenses and things that are needed. But you can do it. It can be done. People do it all over the world. Okay, y'all. So we got lack mentality. We got dishonesty. You can't fool God's spirit, your ancestors, or spirit guides. Be honest about the role you've played in the issues in your life. Be honest. If you're not being honest with yourself first and foremost, how can you expect someone to be honest with you? Yes, exactly, Jessica. That's exactly what I plan to do this week. This morning, I was going over my budgeting plan, and I said, this past week, I noticed that I spent too much eating out. This week, I plan on cooking and taking stuff for lunch with me so I don't have to do that. Or buying something in bulk so that I can take a little bit of it, like fruits, getting like fruits or little snacks, things that I can take to work with me. But I plan on detoxing this week. So tomorrow I plan on going to the store and getting what I need to start my detoxing. But as far as like meals, I plan on cooking so I can take food with me. So you're absolutely right. It just takes having a plan and sticking to that plan. We got distractions. Stay focused. Pray. Meditate. Journal. I can't stress this enough. Stay focused. I usually, like, for a week, like 7 days, I'll do, and you can tweak a smoothie however you want to, but water, and I'll still have my coffee like in the morning or whatever. But throughout the day, water, and usually first thing in the morning, it's a green smoothie. So it has bananas, it has kale, spinach, frozen fruit, and honey, and I think I use almond milk in there. Yeah. But you put all of that in there. So it's a green, so you have your green foods and stuff like that, and you're drinking that throughout the day. Usually if I have my smoothie, then I'm usually not hungry at lunch. Like it's literally like a meal replacement, because I put, it's a tablespoon of coconut butter. That's what it is. It's coconut butter. And I put a tablespoon of that in there for protein. It's like kind of like peanut butter, but you put it in there and it kind of thickens the smoothie. So you don't have like a runny smoothie. The smoothie is actually thick. So, and then you put frozen fruit in there, but just be careful. If you, this is my experience. I don't know if y'all have ever done this, but if you put raspberries or blackberries in your smoothie, you're going to have to go to the bathroom, because the seeds and the berries, they do something. That when they kick in, let me tell you, when they kick in, they kick in. So that's what I'm going to say there. But it works. It works. The last time I did it, I lost 10 pounds. Yeah, the last time I did it, I lost 10 pounds. And then I only ate one meal a day while I was doing the detoxing. So I would drink my coffee, drink my water in the morning, drink some of my smoothie in the morning, drink the rest of my smoothie at lunch. And then I might have fruit or something small on the afternoon, like crackers or something like that, if I was hungry. But at night, I would just have the one meal. Yeah. Yes, chia seeds are really good too. Exactly, Aisha. Disclaimer. But usually green foods are going to help you go. They're good for your colon. That's what you want, though. You want to detox your intestines, because the gut health is linked to brain health. So you can get that. I mean, like, the saying, people are like full of shit. It's literal. Like, a lot of people walking around are full of shit, literally, because they don't cleanse and they don't detox. And they eat a lot of processed foods. They eat a lot of junk. And so you can't think clearly. Literally, you can't think clearly when your body system is clogged. So you make piss poor decisions and you're thinking you have no idea why, but your body is telling you it needs, hey, we need a detox here. Oh yeah, Jessica. Red meat especially, it's a lot. I don't blame you. Red meat is a lot. Fish is good. Chicken is good. But red meat is heavy. Red meat is really, it's hard on the body to process. So if you eat it, you don't want to eat too much of it. And in our society, because of fast food, it's become so common to just run somewhere and grab a burger instead of running somewhere and grabbing a salad, right? Or running somewhere and getting some fish, baked salmon, or, something that actually is healthy because of, the whole eat and run situation. So it's a lot easier for some people to just run and go grab. I mean, it's easier because it's just right around the corner. But it's like if restaurants sold food that was actually good for you, how much of a blessing that would be, right? Because they're like, whoo, I don't have to worry about having to go fix a salad and then, carrying it with me. And that's the thing. It takes effort. Like, I could buy, which I've done this before, like I can make salad to take to work for lunch, right? Like, how you get the big pre-made salad and then you get like tomatoes, and you can boil eggs or whatever you want to put in your salad to take it to work. Well, you're going to get the salad, clean the salad when you get it home, boil the eggs, cut up your tomato, cucumber, put it in there, and it takes a lot of work to do that at home. If it was already pre-made, hey. Exactly, Jessica. Exactly. Because they've capitalized off of it. Like, exactly. The government capitalizes off of land. So where most people were able to at one point in time grow their own food, they can't grow it anymore because it's government property. That's just like rent to me. Like, whoever came up with paying rent? The earth, we were born on the earth was free. Do you hear me? Free for free, free, free. Whose idea was it to say, oh, you live over here, we're gonna charge you? What? We was running around here butt butterball naked for a long time. No rent. Who decided, oh, so now the Europeans come in. Now we're going to start building, constructing, erecting buildings and saying, oh, this is where you need to live. And now you need to pay. Right, Jessica? Now you need to pay bills. If bills were eliminated, like, it would be so great because we wouldn't have to worry about, half the stress would be gone. People probably would live longer too. No more bills. What Aisha said. No more bills. Adam and Eve didn't pay rent. Hell, the dinosaurs didn't pay rent either. Why are we paying rent? Water should be free. I agree, Jessica. Water should be free. Only thing I think should be charged for are clothes. And even barely that, because you shouldn't be running around butterball naked. But I'm just saying, like, clothes should not have to cost very much at all. Before cash came around, people bartered. So, you had a farmer who had food, and then you had this seamstress, she made clothes. So they would switch, with each other. You give me clothes and I give you food. It works out. See what I'm saying? Nobody's paying rent. You get to live over here and we get some of the crops that you plant. It works out. No rent, no problem. What happened to that? Now you got to have cash. If you don't have enough cash, you can't have this. You can't have that. You can't get in here. Whose idea was this? This is madness. That's what this is. This is madness. And y'all know me. I can go on a thousand times. But yeah, I totally agree. We should not have to pay rent. Water should be free. And I think that women's sanitary products should be free as well. Yes, I do. Let me tell you why. Because we didn't ask to be female. We did not. But what comes with that is needing maxi pads, tampons, things that women need every month. I don't feel like we should have to pay for it. I don't. I think it should be free. There shouldn't be taxes on it. Hell, it should probably, if you're going to charge for it, it should be like $1 if you just have to charge for labor. But I think it should almost like literally be free, because women all over the world for thousands of years have had periods. They have. Why? Like, when did they start charging? Random thoughts. Y'all know me and my random thoughts. Right, Jessica? I think it's just wrong. I think it's wrong that women have to be charged for these things, man. I'm telling you. They expect you to go to work. They expect you to have kids. Some companies don't even pay you maternity leave. Like, if you get pregnant, you have to end up leaving so you can have the baby. They don't give you maternity leave in some places. They don't. So now you got to tough it out. It's like you get penalized for being a woman. Like, who came up with this? Whose idea was that? Like, I don't know, y'all. My random thoughts. Listen, I got a notebook for my random thoughts. Because, let me tell you, they're a lot. Okay, they're a lot. I was going to ask y'all if y'all had ideas for readings. Aisha, I remember you mentioned something about collective readings, because I'm about to start doing those for this month. What was it? If you think of it, let me know. Because I got my notebook specifically for ideas. I remember Jessica commented on my post. Thank you, Jessica. So I'll go back and look at that so I can write it down when I start recording collective readings. But if you have any ideas for readings, let me know. Pick a cards, collective readings, zodiac signs, astrology, whatever the case may be, let me know. Yes, self-love readings. I really like that idea because honestly, okay. Great. What each sign needs to focus on. I really like these ideas. I love these ideas. And then I was thinking spirit messages. Warnings and advice. Okay. If y'all have any good ones, of any other good ones that you come up with, let me know. Message me, DM me, something. And I'll add them to my list. Because I'm going to try to mix it up and do collective and do pick a cards. Inner healing. Yeah, that's a good one. That's really a good one. I'm gonna say most of to be honest with y'all, like 90% of the people that I do readings for, a lot of clients that come to me with relationship issues, if they did inner work first, it would reduce a lot of the problems. Because let me tell you why. I'm gonna explain that. A lot of times people will come in and they're like, oh, well, I've been with this person, however long they've been together or whatever. 6 months, 2 years, 5 years, 50 years. And things just don't seem to be working out or whatever the case may be. And I feel like he might be lying to me, blah, blah, blah. Well, sometimes, come to find out, More times than not, there's a lack, like there's usually a lack of clarity and communication. Them two right there. Clarity and communication between the two parties. So, because you're not a mind reader, you're not a mind reader. So if your person's feeling some type of way, if he or she doesn't say it, how are you going to know? You won't, right? Problem solved. Problem solved. Sitting down and actually talking to the person you're in a relationship with helps a lot. But not just talking, because people will talk, but then they're not willing to actually listen to what's being said. That's the issue. A lot of times people do a lot of talking and less listening, and that's the issue a lot of the time. So when you sit down and have a conversation, it has to go both ways. It can't just be you doing all the talking, them listening. You have to also be willing to listen as well. And so I find that a lot of times, in the relationship readings that I do, a lot of times people are projecting their own insecurities onto another person. They can have a really beautiful, what I would say healthy connection with someone, but they constantly sabotage this connection because they have not done their inner work. They constantly accuse this person of cheating. They constantly think this person is hiding something from them. Now, mind you, the person has been consistent. The person is there every day. They call every day. They see each other every day or every other day. They're constantly in contact. They go out together, spend time together, constantly. But this person in the back of their mind thinks, oh, he might be seeing somebody else. Oh, I had a dream about this. Oh, I think somebody's doing black magic on my man. It's all kinds of crazy stuff. When really it all boils down to you. You thinking, like we talked about earlier, with words, the power of what you're saying. Well, I just don't feel like he really loves me. Why is that? Before you open your mouth and speak ill and curse your own situation, figure out why. Why do you feel that he's cheating? You know that song, give me one reason to stay here and I'll turn right back around, I think by Tracy Chapman. Give me a reason. Give me one reason why you think this person is cheating on you. Well, because, I've just been through a lot. Okay, so if you've been through a lot in the past, then you need to work on whatever those insecurities are, whatever the trauma was that you experienced in those past relationships. Stop holding this person accountable and projecting that onto them. Because he's not them. They are not him. You see what I'm saying? Or her. However it applies. Because I've seen it both ways. But a lot of times when people don't do their own inner work, the little child comes back out. The immaturity comes back out. So when your partner is saying something to you and it bothers them, you act childish. You slam doors. You cuss people out. You stomp out of the room. You ignore their phone calls. You act like you didn't see the text when you got it. It shows red, right? Because you haven't dealt with healing that inner child. The part of you that likes to throw tantrums when you're told something that you don't want to hear. Instead of sitting down like a mature adult and saying, you know what, you're right. I'm sorry. I apologize. Sometimes a simple apology is all it takes. Is all it takes. When you don't do the healing work, you don't feel that you need to apologize because you don't see anything wrong with you. You think it's everybody else all the time. And that's why I say from now on, when people come to me with relationship dramas, I'm going to bring up shadow work because a lot of people can highly benefit from doing it if they apply themselves. Anywho, y'all, this was supposed to be a deck walkthrough. And I feel like I just gave a personal reading. But anywho, this is my new shadow work oracle. I am going to do a walkthrough tomorrow. I'll just record it and post it so y'all can see the cards. I think there's 55 cards in this deck. Okay, I only have one extra one on hand. So, like I said, if you want it, go buy it on Etsy. When you buy it, I'll ship it out. Okay, really great deck. There are shadow work prompts in here, just so you guys know. Okay, but I feel like it's really going to be helpful in readings to find out blockages, pull some cards for yourself, find out what's blocking you and what spirit wants you to work on so that you can grow. All right. Anywho, thank y'all for hopping in. It did, Jessica, as always. So I'm going to try to be on here in the morning, probably with a cup of coffee, to do readings because I'm actually off work tomorrow. So if you want a reading tomorrow, send your donations. I'm going to say through either Cash App or PayPal because Super Chat, I'm having issues with Super Chat right now. So Cash App or PayPal, when you hop in the live stream tomorrow morning, Aisha, I'll probably hop in here about 9 o'clock because I'm not getting up early. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm not getting up early because I've been tired. And I've been trying to get things together. So much love to y'all. Thank y'all so much for all the reading suggestions. I'm going to be working on those. Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. Y'all's love readings in the next 3 days. Hopefully, if I don't have any personal readings, will be posted. Okay. Also, anybody wanting to book a reading, book it tomorrow so it can be done Monday. It can be delivered to you Monday. Okay. Go to my website. My website is under all of my videos. So if you're wanting to know where my website is, AquarianEmpressTarot.net. That's my website. Okay. Much love to y'all. Good night.